Hey everyone, I'm Shakti. Today I've got some new friends with me and we're going to be talking about life, disability, and growing up. I don't know if you guys remember this in primary school. We used to make these fortune teller things, so we're throwing it back old school. She's a color, my friend. Green. Green. Okay, let's have a look at number 2. How do you feel about your kid self? What were you like, Sophia, as a child?
Just as a normal kid. A very normal life.
Yeah.
You know, I did well at school, just well-rounded. I didn't really face many challenges, just a very standard life. And so I guess it's quite different now to being disabled, because I didn't really have any challenges.
There was a lot of challenges, mostly in terms of being excluded from activities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, within the school and socially. But I was very fortunate that my parents treated me just like any other child, same as my brother, who doesn't have a disability. So everything that he did, I did. Whether it was learning to swim, riding a horse, everything like that. But I was just really fortunate that my parents made sure that I could do anything that any other child could do. If I wanted to do it, they would make the adaptations or just intervene on my behalf. Even skiing and things like that, they got me into that right from a really young age.
That's really cool, man. Let's move on. We'll go to the next one. Josh, it is your turn.
Okay.
Would you like to pick a...
Well, I'm colorblind, so I'll go for the most obvious one that I can see. I'll choose blue, please.
Okay, blue. B-L-U-E.
8.
8. All right, let's have a look. See here. Do you see yourself as different?
To an extent.
Yeah.
I'm aware of my differences. I'm aware of my limitations. I don't really let it affect my life too much, but I'm aware that I'm different. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what about you, Sophia? Do you ever feel different?
Yeah, I mean, you get reminded that you're different a lot from people that aren't in your everyday life. You know, like with my family, it's totally normal to them, but you know, when I'm at work or in the community, then I can notice people staring at me. They just treat you a little bit differently. Yeah,
absolutely. I've found a lot that a lot of like the disability is in the eyes of the people that don't know anything about disability quite often, and that's when you feel like you've got something. Otherwise, I think when I'm around like my friends who know me and stuff, it's just not like a thing that comes up much.
I think it's good because why should the disability change our relationships with people?
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Have you ever had that said to you, like a friend?
Yeah. I've had a friend who was thinking about applying for a role in the disability sector, and he said, I've got no experience with disability. And I said, mate, one of your best friends has got spina bifida and has had it his whole life, and you've grown up alongside him and you've helped him through all these challenges. And he said, yeah, but you know, you're not really. And I was like, not really. I am. I fully have spina bifida. It's not really. But he hadn't even realized that, you know? So yeah, your friends definitely can just, it becomes invisible to them.
Yeah, the people that are around you, they learn from you as well and how to help. And I think learning how to help people is so important, right?
Yeah, do you guys find that people without disability really struggle watching us struggle? Like it's uncomfortable for them.
Thought. Has that happened to you before?
Yeah, just like even, you know, if I'm trying to put my leg back onto my foot plate because it's spasmed off, people are uncomfortable watching me try to do that. Yeah,
I get curiosity a lot of the time. Like when I go to the rear of my car in the wheelchair, people watch me, they're like, okay, he's gone to the back of the car, what's happening here? And I just get out and lift the wheelchair up, put it in the boot, and sometimes I look at them like if they're staring and I say, magic, and then I just put it and then jump back in.
They think that you're a fraud or something.
What about in summer? Do you wear shorts and some of the skinny legs? I've got the really skinny legs with
That's a really good, I don't, I'm so scared of that. I don't even own shorts. Because I'm scared of my skinny legs, and I'm scared that I'm gonna like freak people out because people have like called me out on it before, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sorry, I don't have calves.
Mine are the same. Mine are like this.
Yeah. I'm definitely self-conscious about that, and I'm very careful about like the way I dress and stuff sometimes.
It's so hard to dress, but one of the girls that I've met through having a spinal cord injury, she just said, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and start wearing shorts because, you know, if I wait until my legs have atrophied more, and they're even skinnier, then I'm going to be, you know, struggling to make the transition from wearing pants to shorts even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
this summer, I have to wear shorts.
Really?
I have to. And also,
I'm so
I need
scared.
to
This is
start.
something I need to learn from you guys. How would you do it? Because I genuinely wouldn't even know how to start.
I think the first thing is fake tan.
Fake tan? I don't need a fake tan.
Yeah,
I
not-
do.
not
Yeah, you don't. I do, because my legs haven't seen the sun in 3 years.
But they'll tan up
Yeah.
quick because it's a small circumference.
I'm pretty sure you don't tan as easily where there's like limited blood flow, so
That's a good
maybe
point.
not.
I
Yeah.
hadn't thought of that actually.
I'm gonna do it. It's your turn again, Sophia.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I can see colours. Green.
Green.
3. No.
All right. What are your dreams and future goals?
Dreams and goals. I just want to provide the best life that I can for my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my daughter to grow up, have all the opportunities that I had, and even the activities that I can't do. I'll get my dad to teach her how to surf, and
Yeah.
my mum and dad can take her on the great walks in the South Island, things that I never got to do. I just want my daughter and my wife to have all the opportunities that I didn't.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying, because I find it hard to imagine having a family in the future and holding them back from doing things. Like you said, like doing family activities like going for walks, or even, you know, changing a baby's nappy or doing my daughter's hair
Yeah.
for school and stuff like that. It's a bit hard to imagine having to have someone else in the house to do that type of stuff.
Just need to find a partner who understands all of that and just be honest with them right from the beginning. Because my wife definitely, definitely, without a doubt, does most of the work around the baby.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable carrying the baby walking because the way I walk,
Yeah.
it's so dangerous. I could fall over at any time. But if they're understanding around that, then like you said, yeah, you help out in other ways. So you make it work.
I think it also comes with being a woman, is, you know, motherhood is what you're naturally, you know, destined to be.
Yeah.
And then probably for you as a dad, you're a provider.
Yeah,
And
it's,
so
it's
probably
different.
hard. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
understand that, yeah.
So I'm a boy in a wheelchair. Do you think that there are different experiences or struggles that you've gone through as a woman living with a wheelchair?
Yeah, I think that people always ask me if I can have children.
Wait, like people would just very candidly ask you stuff like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, like people that I've known for like 5 minutes. They're like, so can you have children? And I'm like, well, I don't know, can you have children? Like,
That's a good response.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
no one's born just knowing if they can have children or not. My spinal cord injury hasn't affected my ovaries, so I like to think I've got the same chances
Yeah.
as I would before
Yeah.
this injury.
Do you have any future aspirations or goals that you're thinking about related to your disability or not?
I think the way my life is heading kind of naturally is maybe to promote inclusivity.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really hard because obviously growing up, I pictured my life being completely different to what it is now.
Of course.
So what my dreams were then aren't my dreams now, and I'm just trying to figure out what my dreams are.
Yeah. Move on to another tangent.
Next colour?
Sure.
You're right.
Do you want to choose?
Yellow, please.
YELLOW.
5, please.
5. Let's have a look. Do we choose 5? Do you think that society's perceptions of disability has changed?
I do. It's definitely better to be a disabled person in 2019 than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
There's more adaptations in terms of buildings, you know, ramps and lifts and things like that.
Yeah.
But there's also a little bit more awareness and understanding.
I don't feel like I can answer that question because
Uh-huh.
my perception of disability has changed so much, but I haven't really been able to recognise. But I definitely think that, like, the improvements with the voice activated technology and stuff
Yeah.
has already improved so much since when I first had my injury.
Yeah. Is that technology that you use now?
Yeah, like,
That's really cool. Can you
like
tell us
Google
about
Home
that?
and Alexa and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, for a normal able-bodied person, if they need to use Alexa to turn on music, it's kind of like, oh, you're
It's
so
cool.
lazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But for, you know, when you put it into the perspective of a disabled person, then it all of a sudden becomes like freaking cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I definitely think that that's exciting for people with disabilities.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of what I've thought about as well is a lot of people living with disabilities just need that sort of like adaptation for them to reach that same opportunity level as everyone else.
But the fact that like the Alexa is a mainstream device that's made for everyone, not just for people with disabilities, makes it.
That's really interesting.
Really
cool. Because if you're using something that's specialized, people are going to associate that with disability, like blind readers and stuff like that. But if it is in the mainstream and it's incorporated and everyone uses it, it's not weird to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
Because disability equipment carries a stigma.
So what do you guys hope for the younger generation of disabled kids coming through? Like, do you expect them to live in a different world? What do you want for them?
I just hope that they don't have to stand up for themselves so many times.
Yeah.
Yes, young school students shouldn't need to argue their case to be included on school camps. They shouldn't need to get their parents to ring up the school. They should just be included in the same way every other child is. And there doesn't need to be, if there needs to be something special changed for them, it's just done. It's just done out of kindness, as it would be for any other student.
Yeah.
There needs to be more enablers.
Definitely.
Around here supporting them. Again, don't have much experience growing up with a disability, but I can see that there needs to be bridges, not barriers. You know?
Yeah, I think a bit like you. I think I just hope that accessibility is just less of an afterthought. A lot of the time, I feel like if like integration was more thought from the ground up, everyone's thought about that way. Sophia, what would you tell yourself when you first had your disability? If you could give advice to them now, as someone who's grown, what would you say?
It's really important to get involved in the community which understands you, because they'll help you make that progression into the life of living with a spinal cord injury. I think that if you try to do it by yourself, everything's going to be harder. You don't know what you don't know, so you don't know what's available to you. Just really need to use all your resources.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for coming here today and having a chat with me. I think we went through the big issues. We covered a lot.
We did.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me, Shakti.
No problem. Thanks, guys.